Sunday Night Football, the Giants are home hosting the Cincinnati Bengals. The Bengals are coming in at minus 3.5 favorites. So they're getting the field goal and the hook against Daniel Jones and the Giants. Total sits at 47.5. We're going to break down this game, give you a play on the spread, also look at a player prop. If you guys could hit the like button, it really helps the algorithm out. And for the code word comment section, word of the day, we're going to go with the word desk, DESK. If you don't have a hot take, you don't have a big time play that you like in this game, to post in the comment section, just type the word desk. It really helps the algorithm out, and I love hearing and seeing from you guys. All right, let's take a look at what's going on here with these teams. So we'll start with the Giants here. I don't want to say fool's gold, but I'm just saying I'm not reading too much into the win against Seattle last week. Yes, they look good. Yes, they put up 29 points. Seattle defense is so banged up. We saw this on Thursday night where San Francisco did whatever they wanted to them. So I'm not going to read too much into that win that they had against Seattle. Before that, they lose 2015 to Dallas. They beat Cleveland, which everyone's beating Cleveland. Historic bad start for Deshaun Watson and those guys. They did win at Washington, or they did lose by 3 points at Washington. That loss is kind of aging pretty good, but it was still Jay Daniels' first game. So goes down as a loss, but they did a nice job holding Washington to 21 points. And then in the first game, they just get blown out by Minnesota. Again, Minnesota looks to be way better than people expected. So maybe those losses are aging a little bit better than we thought in the moment. I'm still not a believer in the Giants. Speaking of teams, I'm not a believer in the Cincinnati Bengals. Man, their only win this year is to the Panthers, 10-point win. And when we look at the rest of their games, they're losing these games by really close margin. They lose by one score in week one to the Patriots. They lose by 1 point to the Chiefs. They lose by one score to the Commanders. They lose one score to the Ravens in a game that they should have won. So when you're looking at these games, are you going, is this just the year from hell? Is this terrible coaching? Is this bad game management? Why are they losing these close score games? Or are they getting ready to turn it around? Are their players getting healthy? Is their offense just taking a little bit too much time to click? I do know that eye test is this secondary and this defense is really, really bad for for Cincinnati. Watching them and the Ravens last week was just, man, did those defenses really, really struggle. So we look at these passing numbers, and the Bengals have given up. Let's see how many yards. Let's just take a look at the completion percentage for defense. Yeah, they're giving up 67.7% completions. They've given up 10 passing touchdowns already. Their rushing defense yards per carry here. This is Cincinnati that we're talking about, is not good as well. They're giving up 4.6 yards per carry, so that's not good. Now the Giants, on the other hand, 5.1 yards. That is second worst to only the Buffalo Bills. So keep that in mind, that the Giants and the Buffalo Bills, also the Commanders, have a bad rush defense as well. So maybe look at the running backs on those opposing teams. So I give the slight edge to the it's terrible to say, but the Bengals slight edge in the rushing defense. But as far as passing defense goes, both these teams struggle, but Cincinnati just looks really, really rough. So we'll take a look at yards per play on offense. Cincinnati is at 6.1. That is sixth best. And the Giants are only at 5.0. So obviously big advantage for the offense for Cincinnati. And as far as opponents' yards per play, Cincinnati is giving up 5.6 yards per play, and the Giants 5.4. So kind of a little bit of a wash there. All right, so what are we doing here with the spread? If this game was 3, I would pass. If it was 2.5, I would maybe take the Bengals, but it's 3.5. I'm going to take the Giants at home. Uh, the Bengals laying 3.5 when they're losing these games by one score is just way too many points. I don't think the Giants are that great. I do think they lose this game, but I do think this comes down to the last possession. If I'm getting 3.5, yeah, I'm going to take that all day long. I don't really have a strong opinion on the 47.5. I think both these defenses can be exploited, but I don't know if the Giants offense is going to be able to keep up with Cincinnati. I expect the game kind of around this 21-23 type of score. It wouldn't surprise me if either team won, but I am going to give the slight edge to Cincinnati to win a close one. I think their offense is too talented to lose these one-score games. Now that Chase and Higgins look pretty good, it looks like Chase Brown is going to get the work. I don't think Zach Moss is going to play, so we get to see a little bit more explosion from the running game this week. So we're going to take the 3.5 points with the Giants, but we're going to take the Bengals to win this game. And I mentioned a player prop. It's not out yet, but as soon as the word on Malik Neighbors gets out, you're going to see the prop on Daniel Jones to throw over 1.5 touchdown passes. I like the over. It's going to be plus money. This Bengals secondary is awful. They've given up 2 touchdown passes or more to every quarterback except Jacoby Brissett in week 1. Jacoby Brissett is not throwing any touchdown passes anytime soon. So look for Daniel Jones. A really nice plus money is maybe a little sprinkle to look at that one. But I also like, if you're looking for a parlay piece, Daniel Jones to throw 1 touchdown pass, you could put that with something else and maybe in the same game parlay as well, as this Bengals secondary is just getting carved up. So especially if Malik Neighbors is playing, that's going to help that prop out quite a bit. So picks for this video are going to be plus 3.5 for the Giants and Daniel Jones to throw over 1.5 touchdown passes. So I want to let you guys know what we have up for this weekend. We are having just an absolutely fantastic year. Official plays for 2024, 450 wins, 291 losses. We're up 147 units in all sports, 8.6% ROI. Shout out to Jim and Corbin. You guys know those guys have been working really, really hard to help me with all these plays, and the results could not have been better. 7-1 this week. 7-1. Corbin with a clean sweep on darts plays in the world. The World Grand Prix that's going on this week. So this week's plays, what do we have up for this weekend? College football best bet. We only do 1 college football play per week. 18-5 lifetime, 4-1 this season. So college football has been an awesome source of bankroll building. And then UFC 5% best bet is up. We're 4-1 in our last 5% UFC plays. We cashed on Dana White Contender Series, so that makes us on a 22-10 run in MMA. That sport has been really good for us as well. I would look at a 3-day pass. If possible, that way you get our college football play, you get all of our UFC plays, and you get all of our NFL plays. 2-0 last week in the NFL. We started off the year just really bad in NFL. Just couldn't get anything to go right. We lowered the volume, made some adjustments, and we went 2-0 last week. So I think the future is bright for our NFL plays. So take advantage of that. WT.buzz/AL, Andy Lang's profile page at wagertalk.com. All right, that's going to do it for us again. Type the word bell in the comment section, hit the like button. Good luck on your place, and we'll see everyone later.